The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the sensors detected the anomaly. Ambassador Thelxara's four eyes widened in disbelief as the holographic display materialized before the assembled delegates. 17 massive warships had just emerged from what appeared to be a temporal rift near the Cygnus border. "Impossible," breathed the Corthan representative, his crystalline form shimmering with anxiety. "Those energy signatures, they're human." The word sent ripples of confusion through the chamber. Humanity had been extinct for over 1,000,000 years, wiped out during the Great Purge by the ancient devourer swarms. Every schoolchild in the galaxy knew the story. The humans had fought valiantly, but ultimately they had fallen like so many other species before them. Their worlds were dust, their legacy forgotten. Yet here they were. Admiral Victoria Chen stood on the bridge of the UESC Indomitable, her aged eyes scanning the tactical display with practiced precision. The cryosleep had preserved her body, but her mind felt the weight of what had happened. One moment they had been pursuing a devourer hive ship through an experimental wormhole. The next they had emerged into this status report, she commanded, her voice steady despite the chaos of information flooding in. Lieutenant Commander Park looked up from his console, his face pale. "Ma'am, the star charts don't match anything in our database. The background radiation suggests we've traveled forward in time. Based on stellar drift calculations," he paused, swallowing hard. "Approximately 1,000,000 years." The bridge fell silent. Chen felt the words like a physical blow, but she refused to show weakness. Around her, 17 ships containing 50,000 men and women floated in the void, the last remnants of humanity, orphaned in time. "Get me communications with the fleet," she ordered. "All hands." Across the 17 vessels, humanity listened as their admiral addressed them. She spoke of duty, of survival, of the fact that they were humanity's last torch in an infinite darkness. She spoke of home, a home that no longer existed, and she spoke of purpose. "We came here to fight the devourers," Chen concluded. "Until we know otherwise, that mission stands." The Galactic Council's first contact team approached the human fleet with extreme caution. They broadcasted messages in every known language, ancient and modern. To their surprise, the humans responded immediately, in perfect galactic common. "We've been monitoring your transmissions," came the voice of Admiral Chen. "We've learned your language. We know what happened to our species. We know we're alone." Ambassador Thelxara led the diplomatic mission personally. When she finally stood face to face with the human admiral via hologram, she was struck by the weight of sorrow in those ancient eyes. "We thought your kind were extinct," Thelxara said softly. "I'm sorry for your loss." "We're not here for sympathy," Chen replied. "We're here because we detected devourer signatures in this sector. They're not extinct either, are they?" The ambassador's silence was answer enough. For 3 weeks, the humans remained at the border, studying, learning, and adapting. The Galactic Council debated endlessly about what to do with these temporal refugees. Some advocated for integrating them into society, others feared their ancient weapons and warrior culture. Then the devourers returned. They emerged from dark space like a plague of locusts, thousands of hive ships, biomechanical nightmares that had terrorized the galaxy for eons. They descended upon the Corthan colony worlds with familiar, terrifying efficiency. The Galactic Defense Fleet scrambled to respond, but they were outmatched. Modern warfare had become civilized, regulated. The Council species had forgotten what true warfare looked like. They targeted military installations. They followed rules of engagement. They hesitated. The Devourers did not. Admiral Chen watched the battle unfold from her command chair, her jaw clenched. She saw the defense fleet's formations crumble, saw colony ships burning, saw millions dying. She saw the past repeating itself. "Ma'am," her tactical officer said quietly, "we weren't authorized to engage." Chen's eyes never left the display. "We weren't authorized to stand by and watch genocide either. All ships, battle stations, target the hive ships. No mercy, no quarter. Show them why humanity didn't go quietly into extinction." The 17 human warships burst forward like avenging angels. Where the modern fleets had tried to disable and deter, the humans struck to kill. Their weapons were primitive by current standards. Kinetic railguns, nuclear missiles, directed energy weapons. But they were wielded with a ferocity the galaxy had forgotten. The humans didn't target power cores or propulsion systems. They targeted life support. They targeted command centers. They targeted anything that would cause maximum casualties. They fought like a species with nothing left to lose. The UESC Indomitable plunged into the heart of the Devourer formation, her railguns hammering at the closest hive ship. Ancient human war cries echoed across the communication channels, not from bravado but from pure distilled rage. They were fighting for a humanity that no longer existed, for a home they could never return to, for billions who died 1,000,000 years ago, and the Devourers, for the first time in recorded history, retreated. In the aftermath, Admiral Chen stood before the Galactic Council. The chamber was packed. Every species wanted to see these ghosts from the past. "You violated our combat protocols," the Crithian prosecutor declared. "Your brutality was excessive, unnecessary." Chen's expression didn't change. "Tell that to the 1,000,000 Korthans we saved. You could have disabled those ships without what? Without killing?" Chen's voice cut through the chamber like a blade. "We come from an age when war wasn't a political exercise. It was survival. The Devourers don't take prisoners. They don't negotiate. They consume. You've forgotten what that means." "We haven't." Ambassador Thelgzara rose slowly. "The Admiral is right. Perhaps we've become too comfortable in our civilization. Perhaps we needed to remember what it takes to truly fight for survival." She turned to Chen. "What will you do now?" Victoria Chen looked out at the assembled council. Thousands of species, billions of souls, all seeking guidance from a ghost of the past. "We'll do what we've always done," she said quietly. "We'll fight. We'll protect. We'll survive. And maybe, just maybe, we'll teach you to do the same." The Galactic Council voted that day to grant the human fleet sanctuary. They were offered worlds, resources, a chance to rebuild. But the 17 ships remained on the border, standing watch against the darkness. Humanity had returned to the galaxy, and the galaxy would never be the same.